Welcome to this how-to guide on how to use Procreate for fashion drawing and styling. So firstly, what is Procreate and how do we get Procreate? So Procreate is an app on the Apple Store. So what you need to do is firstly go into your App Store and then you need to search in Procreate. And this will come up with the app. Procreate is a paid app and therefore you will have to spend some money to get this app. But there is alternatively free apps that you could be using instead of Procreate instead. So once you've downloaded it, you can then open it onto the iPad. So as you can see, I've already been using it for quite a while, so I've got quite a number of different things on it already and what I use it for. But what we're focusing on today is how to use it for fashion drawing and how to use it in creating the basics of a canvas and then using the pens and the different tools alongside it. So when you open an app, it's always good just to kind of familiarize yourself with the different functions. So just play around with it, press the different buttons, see what happens. So such as when you click select, it gives you the option to select one or select all of them. You could click import, which you could import from your drives, Google Drive, etc. And then you could import it and annotate it or draw onto it. Then there is a plus photo where you can import from a photo and then upload and create from that. And then you have got this wee plus button at the very end, which is to start a new canvas. So this is where then you can customize the size, pixels, and the different densities of your paper you want. So you can click different options and there's loads of different options. But we'll start off with a basic just A4 size, or you can click on paper, but we'll click on A4. So then it opens it up and it brings up a different canvas now. So when we go back, you'll see that your app is now been downloaded, recreated. And with this, it opens up the gallery. And this is where you will then be able to use it as an interface. So there's loads of different options with this. So the very first button on your left is the gallery. And then we have got the settings, which are your actions, canvas, share, and you can import files from that. Then we have got adjustments to different aspects of the drawing. We've then got an additional tool we can then select, and then we've just got a wee pointed tool where you can click. Also on your left, you've also got the density, the size of the pencil, and also you've got the opaqueness of it. You've got the undo and do button, and then this wee button, then you can analyze and pick out specific colors on your page, which is really good if you're doing things for fashion and you're looking at your color palette to then recreate your digital collages using this. So then when we go right to the right side, we have then got our first tool, which is a pen, a wee kind of pen tool. Now there's loads and loads of different styles of pens. And it's good to kind of just practice with, just have a familiar yourself, go into one, go into sketch and think, there's HB pencil, and then just draw onto the page and see what it brings up. You can then customize it, you can import once, then you can reset it. So then you can also do your own one as well. So if I bring that up, and you can see it's more dense, the one I've created. So the next bit is your kind of pointed tool where you can select things and click on it. The next is your rubber, which then rubs out and erases your documents. And then we've got layers. So layers is the aspect where you can layer onto the document. So each layer can be altered at different stages, which is really good if you're doing like fashion development, where you can then import your template of your fashion and then add the different layers for each aspect you add to it. So you could do one layer as the skirt, second layer as the top, and then that way you can adjust and you can take away and you can add whenever you feel like it. Then we've got our colours. Now the wee colour tool is a wee circle, and these are very good because these offer loads of different aspects, and you can click on different palettes so you can see the colours physically. You can click on the cards and it brings up the different colours, which is really good in terms of looking at your colour palette. You can look at the values of each different colour, the harmonies of it and how they interlink with each other. You could just go for a classic plain density colours. But we'll keep it on the disc, which is really good, and we'll just stay on black for now. Alongside canvas, you also have the aspect where the document can be rotated. It can be enhanced. You can make it as big as you want. Draw on it, and you can see the pixelization of it. You can zoom right out till it's really small, and you can still draw on it. So it's really good in terms of being very free flowing. So you can then think, if you're drawing a stick man and then you're like, oh, but I want to make the hair kind of sharpish, you could turn it upside down to make it easier for you to draw, which is always good. And then you can rotate this any way you want, but you can stick it to portrait or you can turn it to landscape. So it's really good. Then it gives you that kind of free form aspect of it. And then if we just rub them out, and then we click back the pen. So that's the different kind of main tools of Procreate, which is really good for what we could do within fashion. But what I want you to think about is that how can we use this in terms of fashion development and the drawings of it, and creating thumbnails to creating anything other, creating more digital flat sketches of your designs. So firstly, you'd want to create a blank document and then have just a normal pen tool. If I say I wanted to draw a thumbnail, which referring back to previous videos, there's a video on how to recreate thumbnails using Procreate, which is really good, so give that a watch. But just a brief kind of interlinking how this links in is that you could then do different styles and you could draw lines and then make sure they're solid, and then you can do like fill in tools. You can use that as a way to then colour in, give you your aspects. You'll fill that in completely, but then you can see how you can use that from more a digital perspective. And with the world development of technology, it is really good to familiarize yourself with the digital technology and how it can be interlinked within the fashion world. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy your design process of fashion.